Hey everyone, Flannel here. This is episode 10 of my No Skin to Pro Scrim series. This series is designed to be short, sweet, and educational, so let's get right into it. Episode number 10, How to Win a Build Battle. All build battles are unique. Because of this, there is no one-size-fits-all answer for how to win a build battle, but there are a few questions you can ask yourself to ensure you're making the right decisions during your engagement. This video is going to cover those questions, as well as some tips you can use during a build fight to gain the upper hand. Where is the enemy? This is the most important question of all. Get into the habit of tracking your enemy throughout the fight by sound or visual. This way you never have to miss on an opportunity to strike and never get surprised by your enemy's decision. This is a skill that can only be acquired by practice, so as long as you keep this in mind when fighting, you should steadily become better and better. Do I have high ground? This is an important question because it determines who is in control of the fight. If you answer yes to this question, you decide when shots are fired and the direction of the fight. With high ground, you can do things like the Tfue Classic, where you shoot, then build a floor under yourself. You can apply pressure. You can also block an enemy attempting to get above you by placing a floor. If you answer no to this question, you need to decide whether to disengage, wait, or retake high ground. Is it unlikely I can retake high ground from this player? Sometimes, you will fight against a player who will deny all attempts to retake high ground repeatedly. If you stay calm and explore other options, you can find yourself in a winning position. For example, in this situation, you can box up below them, wait for them to come down, then edit trap kill them if they decide to stand on top of your box. Or, you can quickly edit out of the top and retake high ground if they approach your box at even ground level. Additionally, you can just start breaking structures to force him to drop down, but be aware this does give away your exact position, so be ready for their counterattack. Any of these options will force a change of pace in the fight that could tip the scales in your favor, so try them out and see what happens. Is this fight taking too long? Sometimes, we tunnel vision and really want to send some players to the lobby. But, we have to understand that one fight isn't worth 1,000 plus mats. If you find yourself not able to find an opening on an enemy and have no clear plan of action ahead of you, don't be afraid to disengage. In this meta, more often than not, another player will be on their way to win the fight themselves anyway. Just take your losses and live to fight another day. Are we too high up? If you answer yes to this question, you should have bounce pads, shockwave grenades, or a launch pad ready to negate fall damage if the structures are broken down. If you don't have these items, I would strongly suggest dropping down to a safer height, or you risk dying for a silly reason. This next section of the video is going to cover tips you can use during a build battle to outplay your opponent. Put a pyramid over an enemy who has high ground to slow them down. To do this, you need to point your pyramid at the top edge of their stair, or else it won't allow you to place. Once placed, your opponent will be stuck under it and need to deal with it before continuing. Tip number 2, floor enemies. If you have high ground and your enemy is attempting to retake it, you can put a floor on top of their head to stop them. This can give you an opportunity to edit through and kill them, or force them to waste more material attempting to take high ground another way. Tip number 3, vertical double ramp. Double ramp upwards to retake high ground without exposing yourself to your enemy. To do this correctly, edit yourself out of a box and place ramps below and above you while running. Then, when it's time to turn around, place one extra ramp below you but not above so that you can quickly turn around and build without smacking your head on the ramp. If done correctly, the opponent should have almost never had an opening to shoot at you while you were building upwards. I would recommend limiting yourself to only placing 3 tiles below you before turning around. This way the opponent doesn't have time to shoot you down before you turn around to attack. Tip number 4, use 90-degree turns. 90-degree turns are the fastest way to build upwards in Fortnite and should be used often to maximize efficiency. To do this, place a ramp, a wall, a floor, and a stair. Then jump up. Wall, floor, stair, and then do this until you can do it while sprinting. This is a higher level play right now, so doing this against most opponents will not only make you seem like a flashy builder, but will allow you to succeed in gaining high ground more often than not. Tip number 5, speedfall. Speedfalls will allow you to disengage from a fight extremely fast without taking fall damage. Do this by looking down and holding your build button to turbo build 3 walls. Then switch to stairs and repeat the process. This concludes episode number 10, How to Win a Build Battle. If you are comfortable with the tips provided in this episode, feel free to move on to the next one, which will focus on offensive building. After the next episode, we will start focusing on more complicated material, so if you're looking for that, stay tuned. If you like the series so far, feel free to like or subscribe, and as always, see you next video.